So friends, other than maybe Donald Trump, is there anyone who has committed more crimes or a wider variety of crimes than Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows? Let's talk about that, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, given the number and nature and scope of Mark Meadows' crimes, Meadows really does present as a target-rich environment to be charged, to be flipped, to be developed by prosecutors as a cooperating witness against Donald Trump. Let's look at some of the new CNN reporting about some of the crimes of Mark Meadows. Headline: former Trump White House aide told January 6 panel Mark Meadows burned documents a dozen times during the transition period. And that article begins, the January 6 committee released another batch of transcripts Tuesday, including 2 more of its interviews with blockbuster witness Cassidy Hutchinson and testimony from several other Trump White House officials. The transcripts shed new light on how then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows regularly burned documents during the transition period, according to Hutchinson. She also described how Meadows occasionally told staffers to keep some Oval Office meetings close hold and potentially omitted from official records. Additionally, she, Hutchinson, told the committee that she saw Meadows burn documents in his office fireplace around a dozen times, about once or twice a week, between December 2020 and mid-January 2021. On several occasions, Hutchinson said, she was in Meadows' office when he threw documents into the fireplace after a meeting. At least twice, the burning came after meetings with GOP Representative Scott Perry, a Pennsylvania Republican who has been linked to the efforts to use the Justice Department to overturn the 2020 election. The New York Times and Politico have previously reported on Meadows' alleged document burning practices. And of course, Scott Perry sought a pardon, which one does when one has committed a crime and one wants to get away with it. And then, of course, there is Mark Meadows' contempt of Congress, for which he was referred to the Department of Justice for prosecution. Then there's Mark Meadows serving as a virtual clearinghouse for treasonous text messages from dozens of Republican members of Congress, all desperate to overturn the election's results. Then there's Mark Meadows' North Carolina voter fraud charges, which are currently in the hands of the North Carolina Attorney General for possible prosecution. So friends, all of this begs the question, how many crimes does a high government official have to commit before there is some accountability? DOJ, if you're listening, we could really use a little help here. We could really use a little accountability for the many crimes, the democracy-busting crimes of Mark Meadows. DOJ, we could really use a little justice. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.